no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, so you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life. You better do the damn thing right.
Welcome back to the ShoeBenderPod podcast, guys. I'm so glad to have you guys back. Man, what a crazy week to the NBA season. Man, I mean, just so crazy what just happened to end the season. Like, you got teammates fighting. You got teams that should have been in that didn't get in. You got teams that that shouldn't have got in that have got in, and like it's just so crazy, and like everything came down to this last week. Honestly, on Sunday was huge for a lot of teams, and we actually kind of got our breakdown of some matchups already that are gonna happen. Tonight we have the first kind of like the first half of the play-in games. Then we'll have the next half tomorrow. They'll probably, I think they should be finished by Thursday, so that way there's like a day off for Friday, and then the actual playoffs start this Saturday. But before I keep on going on this, or we dive any deeper into this, if I get you guys to just like, comment, subscribe to the page, it'd be awesome. Trying to get this algorithm up. We're just trying to build this community for all you guys, man. This positivity community, because that's what we're all about. But yeah, definitely. So I really appreciate all you guys for doing that. But yeah, it's definitely playoff times now, guys. We're definitely we have two playing games today, which is the Hawks and the Heat. Which I got the Heat because you already know, your boy LBJ. I'm always gonna root for the Heat just because we brought some rings there. So I definitely got them, and honestly, I do feel like they're the better team, especially with what's going on with the Hawks. I mean, literally like 2 days ago, there's a news that broke saying that the Hawks, like the GM, pretty much the owner and all that, gave the go to pretty much do whatever you want to the roster, aka literally get rid of whoever we need to get rid of. I'm tired of everybody here. Let's just start over again. Which is wild because, Trae Young, he honestly, I mean, me personally, like, obviously he's not him, but like, he's the closest thing I've seen to Steph, like, play-wise, because he plays the exact same way. Like, it's like when I watch Trae play, it's like watching Steph play. They pretty much play the same way. Obviously, though, Steph has he has another gear that Trae doesn't have, and that's what separates, and that's the whole separation right there. It's like, yeah, you could keep up with him, but at the end of the day, this guy could get to an extra gear that you don't have. At least not right now, but I just don't. I don't think he's got it like that, man. I mean, you gotta remember, this guy is literally. He was making all of his points from the free throw line because he was literally baiting defenders into fouling him. And after that stopped, who are the two main people that literally fell off the edge of the earth after they made that rule? It was Trae Young and it was James Harden. And literally everything's there. After they made that rule that you can't bait defenders into fouling you, their numbers dropped dramatically. Like their whole game changed. They had to pretty much readapt. Like, people are still trying to see the same James Harden that you've seen 5 years ago, 4 years. You're not going to see that no more, because all those points were coming from the free throw line, a majority of them. Yeah, he was racking up threes and he was getting hot here and there, but that was it. That was it for James Harden. Like, after you took that away from his game, all his numbers dropped. Obviously, his assist numbers got better because, he still got really good court vision. But, I mean, like, points-wise, like, he's taking a big hit, man. Him and Trae Young. But that's also another reason why I have the Heat winning tonight, just because of everything that you got going on within the Hawks organization. And speaking of that honestly goes into the next game that we have, the primetime game, which is the Lake Show. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys right now, and I'm saying it way before this. I was saying it before the playoffs even started too, but the Lakers are going to win the championship this year. I'm telling you guys, please listen, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, boys. I'm not being optimistic. I'm not being biased. I'm being for real, man. We literally, since the All-Star break, the Lakers have the best record in the NBA. And you guys could say that don't mean anything. Yes, it does mean something. Because you ask any NBA player, they say that basketball doesn't get real serious until after the All-Star break. And that's when everybody really locks in, and that's when you're really watching the best basketball. And right now the Lakers, if you know, since the season ended, we have the best record since the All-Star break. We're playing really good basketball. The only ones that don't believe it are the ones that haven't been watching the Lakers games. I've watched these games from the very beginning because I got the league pass again this year. I'm gonna keep on getting it till LeBron's out the league. Just because you gotta appreciate greatness while it's still there. But I've been watching this team since the very jump till now, and it's literally a whole different team with a whole different energy and with a lot better shooters. And that's exactly the recipe you need with LBJ on the court to win a championship. You just need some shooters and you need some defense. LeBron will do everything else. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, AD is going to have his games where he's dropping 40, 20, and like whatever, just those crazy numbers. Well, that's what he should be doing, especially tonight. Like, AD and LeBron shouldn't play the full game, the whole game tonight. Like, they really shouldn't, because of everything that's going on with the Timberwolves. As it's been, very well, shown on social media. You had two teammates, and Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert go at it. People try to say that Gobert threw a punch. To me, that wasn't a punch, dog. To me, at least I hope that wasn't a punch, bro. Like, come on, Rudy. Come on, dog. You can't get a clear shot at someone like that, dog, and that be your best punch that you're throwing away. Like, come on, dog. Nobody's gonna take you serious like that way. But yeah, seriously, like, to me, that wasn't a punch. To me, like, it was to the point where, like, Rudy didn't know if he wanted to punch him or he wanted to push him, and that was the outcome that came out was in the video. And obviously Kyle Anderson was pissed. Obviously he got all crazy, and and then you had McDaniels punch a wall and fracture his hand, which wasn't a smart move. I mean, that goes to any adult, man. Men or women, bro. Don't punch a damn wall, bro. If you're gonna punch a wall, please at least have some type of background knowing that there's beams behind these walls. You know what I'm saying? Like, the drywall isn't gonna break your hand, bro. You could punch holes into into drywall all day if you really want to, but all it takes is that one time to hit that one beam, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap, boys. Like, I'm serious, man. Like, just stop doing it, man. If you're gonna get that heated, just walk away from a situation. Honestly, just walk away. You'll honestly feel better about yourself afterwards too, instead of letting yourself know that you let someone else get the best of your emotions. But it happens to everybody. We're humans, dude. We're humans. It happens. Now happening over and over again, that's a whole different problem. That's not a mistake. That's a habit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn how to control our emotions, guys. Because stuff like this happens. Like this really hinders the Timberwolves' winning chances now, because now you got your starting center out, you got another defensive wizard that everybody was saying they were going to put on LeBron out. The chemistry is obviously messed up because this literally just happened yesterday. I mean, 2 days ago. It's still fresh, man, and obviously the internet isn't going to let you live it down. And so now your focus isn't trying to win this game, it's trying to also stay together as you win this game, which is not what you want to be doing when the playoffs are here. Because, man, like, it's tough. It's already tough enough to win in professional sports, and then you're gonna add all this extra stuff into it. Like, it just wasn't good. Obviously the Tempers got the best of the Timberwolves, and now honestly it's gonna make it really hard for them to even get into the playoffs. I really do got the Lakers just dominate. I mean, they really should dominate this team tonight. You got Russell, Vando, and Malik Beasley, with revenge on their minds. So, they're trying to go off. If anything, that trio might go off. They each might drop 30, and LeBron and AD might just drop like 8 or 10 points. And that's all that we might need, which would honestly be awesome to get rest for the Grizzlies, because that's who the Lakers would play if they win tonight, or when they win tonight. We are going to get the Grizzlies, which I love that matchup. I really do. An unexperienced team who thinks they're better than that they really are. It's a perfect matchup for the Lakers. And it's even an easier matchup because the only person you have to stop is John Morant, and that's an easy stop, especially in the playoffs, bro. Especially in the playoffs, because all you have to do is crowd that paint and make sure he doesn't get off to that launching pad. That's all you have to do to beat John. Just at least right now, at least right now, because we obviously know he's gonna elevate his game. But right now, as of right now, I'm gonna make you beat me by just out shooting me. That's it. I'm gonna make John Morant a jump shooter. You will not come into this paint. You will not be able to launch off. I'm gonna make you beat us by making jump shots, because that's how I know that you will straight up just get swept. Because I've been saying it all season, man. Like John Morant, like I said, right now he's just a one-trick pony. He's beating plenty of teams with this athleticism. It is crazy. It is on that prime Westbrook, prime D Rose. Those are the only two guys I would compare him to when it comes to athletic-wise point guards. Because I mean, if you guys watch those two guys from the jump too, you understand what I'm talking about when it comes to them bunnies that they have. Like they just have that extra gear when it comes to just jumping, that vertical. But like to me, like that's it. That's an easy matchup. I really don't fear anybody in the West. I really don't. People say they want to bring up the Clippers because we have a horrible record against them, but the playoffs is a different game. The playoffs is a whole different game, and I trust our experience over theirs. And speaking of them too, they were one of those teams too that they had teammates getting into it in the sidelines, and it was two teammates that they brought into the team. So these guys weren't officially part of this chemistry already. So these guys are outsiders coming in, and they're causing this shit. And it wasn't like I was, because I watch a lot of podcasts, on YouTube and stuff like that as well. And there were some analysts saying it as well. They were like, "Yo, I feel like that one was a lot worse than the Rudy and Anderson one because of just the intensity of it, like how they were just like in each other's faces, like legit screaming at each other." And what was crazy to me too is that like nobody really broke them up. Like everybody was just kind of like, all right, and let them yell at each other. And it's like, bro, that's not the kind of energy you want going into the playoffs. With me, that's fine though, because like I said, like I like that because it throws everything off for them, and that's cool with me. Let me see here. Let me get this playoff standings for you guys real quick. Why ESPN? Why do you do it like this, man? Like, see, this is what I don't get. It's like, bro, just do it in like as a bracket. Why are you guys doing it like? I don't want to read this shit. I just want to see the freaking bracket, bro. I mean, let me see. I don't care about that. Bro, ESPN, you dropped the ball on this one, dog. All you have to do is make a damn bracket, bro. And I'm over here scrolling. Not like the villains in Marvel and shit. Let me see here. We'll talk about the matchups here soon. But cause I'm just trying to see who's gonna play Saturday. This is horrible. My bad, guys. Took my glasses off because I got tired of seeing the glare from the light. But so on the Eastern, we got the Bulls and the Toronto Raptors, which I think is a good matchup. But I mean, again with the Raptors, they're another organization that's got some turmoil going on within. There's talks about Nick Nurse leaving, probably not coming back next season. So it's kind of like, do you really want to give it your all for a guy that's not even gonna be here next year? Like, it's one of those kind of things. I mean, and I think the only two players left from the championship team is Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam. And then you got the Bulls, who you got to like. I mean, that's a good team. They're a solid squad. You got DeRozan, you got Levine, you got Vujicic. I mean, their bench is good. You got Beverly there now. You got Caruso there. They're just a better team, and I got them winning today. Even though they're the 10th seed, I do got the Bulls winning tonight. And then we'll see where Nick Nurse takes off to. But they don't play till tomorrow. The other game that's tomorrow is also the Pelicans and the Thunder. Um, this is a good matchup. I actually really do like this matchup. It's a very, very good matchup, but I definitely do got the Pelicans winning this one. Something's telling me to pick the OKC Thunder. Something's telling me, but it's probably my intuition. I should go with it, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna go with the better team, and that's the Pelicans. Um, the Thunder are gonna be really good the next like couple of years, man. They got a really, I think they got the youngest team in the NBA, and they're in the playoffs. Like, you could say that it's a play-in tournament. It's still the playoffs, man. You're trying to get into that seed. It's do or die. It's playoff mode already. Um, but yeah, just they're gonna be so dangerous these next coming years, and they get Chet Holmgren back, man. So I mean, all the Thunder really need is just a couple, like maybe like 3 or 2 vets, like really good ones. And I mean, that could really take them to the next level these next couple of years, man. Just a team, some vets that have won it, that are just like on the way out basically, and that just want to give knowledge to all these new kids. I definitely would say that'd be just perfect for the OKC Thunder. Obviously you'd want to get a veteran that could try to get you over the top with all this young talent, because I mean, you get two older veterans and you surround them with a bunch of freaking Mustangs, you're gonna play really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are still sleeping. Everybody's talking about this Victor Wayamba guy from France, but you're forgetting about Chet Holmgren, who's pretty much the same guy. It's just that Victor, I think, is a little bit taller. That's it though. But Chet's literally the exact same build, and he's just as like he's up there, dude. He's just literally the same build. Um, but yeah, and then you got the Pelicans with the whole Zion situation. Like, man, I don't know what's up with that. Like, what is up with that? Like, I don't think people are making it as big as a deal as it should be, man. Like, people are just kind of like saying, like, Zion's out, so whatever. Nah, bro, Zion's been out since January. Like, bro, like, this guy hasn't been playing basketball whatsoever. Like, what is going on? Like, is he really that hurt? Or is it just really to the point where he just pretty much told you guys to F off and he's not going to play for you guys? Like, which one is it? It's really hard to believe the second one, because you just paid him. Like, you just extended him. So it's like, what's going on? Like, why does he specifically have to get down to the certain weight that, or I mean, obviously I'm just assuming. I'm assuming because everybody always keeps on bringing up the weight. And to me, it's like, obviously they were trying to say the injury was a hamstring, but it's like, bro, if you've been out because of a hamstring for 3 months, I mean, I'm not no doctor, bro, but to me, you obviously tore that shit. Because I mean, yeah, I get it. Like, a hamstring, you have to wait. That's one thing you don't play with when you're an athlete, bro. But to be gone for almost 4 months from a hamstring, like, there's gotta be more than to that. Like, it just, like they say, bro, the math ain't mathin', bro. The math ain't mathin', and that is not making sense for him to be missing almost 4 months because of a hamstring. There's obviously a lot more things going into this that they are not talking about. But to me, I just think that is wild. Like, there is no way that this guy's missed 4 months because of a hamstring. Like, there has to be way more to this story, and hopefully, it gets brought to light soon. You know what I'm saying? So that way people get answers. Cause me personally, I think Zion's just trying to kick and ride it out until he's able to dip to New York. Cause I really feel like I think he really does want to team up with RJ Barrett up in New York. Which would be dope, because I feel like that'd be like D Wade and LBJ again. So that'd be really cool to see that tandem again, and hopefully Brunson would still be around. But yeah, that's a playing situation. Those are the teams I got winning. Like I said, I got the Bulls, I got the Heat, I got the Pelicans, and of course I got LBJ. That's about to go get that 5th ring this year, boys. Okay, so that settles it for the play-in. Now we'll go into the ones that are pretty much set, which is so in the East, the Bucks will play whoever wins out of whoever gets the A seed. The Celtics are gonna play whoever gets the 7th seed. But then you got this matchup right here, which has been good, man. I really like this matchup. But you got the Philadelphia 76ers going against the Brooklyn Nets. which obviously I got the, the 76ers winning this matchup. They got the experience, especially in the playoffs. Uh, for, I mean, a lot of people are choosing the MVP to be Embiid. So you might have the MVP of the league. He's been on a tear the last month. Like, dude, Embiid's been balling. And, experience does matter once it comes to this level. Like, people could try to say it doesn't. Yes, it does. And sometimes, there's always those one or two teams that get lucky and beat a higher seeded team that they weren't supposed to beat, and they ride it out till they get to the conference finals, and then they get swept because they weren't as good as everybody thought they were. They were just hot. They just got hot at the right time, right? But with the 76ers, I definitely got them winning this. I definitely got at least Brooklyn winning at least one game, though. I mean, Brooklyn, don't sleep on Brooklyn, man. They got a bunch of hungry guys that got sent there that nobody wanted, and they still kept winning. Like, this team could have easily just, like, mailed it in and been like, you know what? Let's try to get a higher lottery pick or whatever. And they didn't. They said, nah, we're going to ball. Like, we're going to keep playing. We're going to keep on being super competitive, and that's what they did, and they're still in the playoffs. But, yeah, I definitely got the 76ers just smashing this team. But like I said, mainly because of the experience. It's not because, so and so matchup like that. It's just, the net, especially all those guys. I mean, besides what, Malik Bridges and what's the other kid that they sent, Johnson, I think that's his name, that they sent from the Suns over there, because they obviously played in the finals and all that. But another cool storyline on this that I've seen as well is that the 76ers actually drafted Mikal Bridges, and now he has a chance to pretty much knock this team out, which is really, really cool, man, which is really cool. Imagine if he does a little celebration, you know what I'm saying, to knock them out. So, like, yeah, it'd be cool, bro. It's a good match. I actually like this matchup. I'm definitely going to be watching this one. I honestly have to watch all of them now because, I have the podcast. I have to be able to talk to you guys about what happened in these games. But I'm excited, man. There's nothing like playoff times in any sport. It's great times. And then next we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland boys, we back. We back, boys. They keep on trying to shut us out, boys, but Cleveland keeps coming back. You know what I'm saying? LBJ, Cleveland, all in. We got the Cavaliers going against the New York Knicks, boys. I mean, that's a good matchup too, man. That's a good matchup, but obviously, I'm not even being biased. I got the Cavaliers winning this one. Excuse me, I mean, I just don't see anybody stopping Donovan Mitchell, bro. Donovan Mitchell is a straight up assassin, bro. Like, he's Mamba cloth. Like, he's really, really about it, man. He's gonna go at these Knicks the whole entire time, and he's out there to prove something too, man. It's that you're a franchise player, literally a franchise. Like, you're the superstar of the franchise, and you got traded, bro. So that's forever gonna be on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And I just think they got the way better team, man. It's in the playoffs. It really comes down who has a better team, who has the most depth. And right now, that is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just feel they're the better team with the better depth and the better superstar. It's gonna be competitive. I mean, it's the 4th and 5th seed, so you guys are literally right there. Like, what's up? I honestly would not be surprised if this first round series goes to 7 games. But I definitely would have Cleveland winning it. Next, you got the Nuggets, who would play the 8th seed, which, we'll find out who that is on Wednesday. Memphis are going to play the 7th seed, which, like I said, that's Lake Show. I will give the Grizzlies, obviously they do deserve respect, though, man. They play really hard. They play really good defensively. They ain't scared. They've said it multiple times. They ain't scared. We want all the smoke. What's up? But at the end of the day, they're very, very average on offense. And then it's because people are gonna. This is the thing. You gotta, everything that happened in the regular season, you gotta forget about all that shit, all of it. It's a whole new season now. It's a whole new season, and now you got teams that could literally just game plan for you for 7 games. So if you think that that these guys are just gonna run through the West, y'all tripping. It's not gonna happen because they don't have. First of all, they don't have the firepower. They don't have the shooters, and they honestly they just don't have the offense. They got it defensively to keep them in games. They will be in games because of their defense, and they do got some guys that can knock some shots down. I think Kennard's there now too, who played at Duke. He's an excellent sniper. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's your superstars. Your superstars are going to be the ones that win some of these matchups for you, and your role players. But obviously your superstars are going to get you to that position to be able to actually win. And I'm not going to take John Moran over LeBron James or AD. Like, I'm just not. Like, I don't think anybody would. You know what I'm saying? So that's who the Lakers would play, is the Grizzlies, and that's who I say would have playing them. But me personally, I have the Grizzlies only winning 2 games, so I have the Lakers closing them out in 6. And then we got the Kings and the Warriors. So this is a really cool matchup too, because which a lot of people aren't really talking about, is you actually got 2 former coaches going at it. So Mike Brown was part of that Warriors coaching staff that won all those rings. He was also LeBron's head coach when LeBron was in Cleveland the first time around. And so Mike Brown could coach, bro. So this ain't surprising what he's got the Kings doing. Like, that, this really doesn't surprise me. And what's honestly better is that he actually learned how to win, and not just win, but win the whole thing by being with the Warriors. So it's gonna be really, really do not be surprised if this one goes to 7 games, because of the coaching staffs, bro. They know each other so well, and they match up well, man. Like, dude, people could try to be like, oh, the Kings are the Kings. Like, yeah, I get that. I'm not gonna argue that, but it's also the first 2 rounds, and anything could happen in the first 2 rounds. Like, that's just how it goes, man. Like, anything can happen. Injuries can happen. I mean, we're talking about this like if nobody's going to get hurt, right? That's how everybody talks about any playoffs or any game. Like, you're talking about it without no injuries, right? You're talking about it like if everything's going to go perfect and we're just going to let these guys handle it. We all know that don't always happen in sports, bro. And honestly, that doesn't happen in sports at all, especially in the playoffs. So there's going to be some key guys going down in the playoffs. You just got to hope it's not the key guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is a great matchup. I really do like this matchup. You got Fox going against Curry. You got who's going to guard Sabonis, bro? I mean, I feel like that's going to be a huge issue for the Warriors, is like, because that's another big thing with the Warriors, who they can't win on the road, and they really got no rebounding. Like, that's not good. Like, those are the 2 things you need, especially rebounding. In the playoffs, you need rebounding and defense. If you don't got those 2 things, you're out, bro, automatically in the first round. So if your team's not a good rebounding team or a good defensive team, you better not get your hopes up. Just letting you know that right now. But this is a great matchup right here. Like I said, I would not be surprised if it goes 7. I would not be, especially for a simple fact that the Warriors can't win on the road. The Warriors can't win on the road, and but like I said, we'll see what happens, man. This is playoff basketball. I'm hella excited, boys. And then the another fire match. See, this is what I mean. Like, the West is just so dope, man. Like, bro, every matchup in the West is just going to be badass, besides whoever the Nuggets play. I believe that matchup, really, nobody's really going to care about that one, which is crazy because they got the number 1 seed. And some people say, the MVP of the league. So we'll see what happens. But this next game right here, I mean, we got the Suns and the Clippers going at it, bro. We're going to have Westbrook, KD, Booker, Paul George, CP3, Kawhi, like all these guys, bro. You got Ayton, you got Zubac. Like, these 2 teams match up very well. Obviously, you're gonna see Kawhi and on KD the whole time. You're gonna have Paul George on Devin Booker the whole time. You're gonna have Westbrook on CP3. Like, bro, that matchup is wild. Like, just even hearing those 3 names, that those 3 guys are gonna line up against each other. That's dope for any basketball fan. Like, this is gonna be one of the main series you're watching. Like, everybody, not just not just the casuals and stuff. Like, everybody, there's gonna be a lot of people watching this matchup right here because it's a great matchup. And then you got 2 good coaches too, 2 great coaches in Williams and Lou. So, man, this is just gonna be a great game. It's gonna come down who has to me when it comes down to this one. It's gonna come down who has the best coaching staff, but also the only reason I would give the Suns the edge is because of Russell Westbrook, man. And I know, man, I know eventually he's gonna become a liability in that series, and everybody's gonna be like, "This is what we were talking about." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're talking about because if I ask you right now, who would you trust making a jump shot, CP3 or Westbrook? See what I mean? If I need you to create your own shot and just score, just in general, just score, who would you rather trust, CP3 or Russell Westbrook? See what I mean? Like it's not even trying to hate, bro. It's like it's just honesty. Like you're a liability on offense. Like yes, it's awesome that you give 130%. I mean, dude, this guy hustles hard. Um, but it's just the issue of him offensively. Like he's a liability offensively because you could legit. I mean, you've seen it early in the year. You could leave him wide open, have him take the shot, and he'll brick it, bro. I'm telling you, I watched the Lakers season from beginning of the season till now. And people are like saying like, oh well, the Clippers they know how to use Westbrook. It's like no, bro, that's bull jive, bro. Westbrook's just happy that he got out of the Lakers situation. Now he's just motivated to beat them. That's the only thing he wants. Like yeah, I know he wants to win a championship, but he also wants to go through the Lakers to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, he wants that. That's what he wants. He's a competitor, bro. Fiery. That's awesome. I love that shit. That's why I liked him on the team. But he's just a horrible fit for us. That's just not what we needed. We needed what we have now, which is like D'Angelo Russell, a shooter. Or if I don't need you to shoot, I need you to play make and be able to score. And Westbrook, like it's like that was his biggest issue. He wasn't making no middies. He definitely wasn't making no 3-pointers. And I felt like he would try to he would try to be how can I say this? Like he was trying to overdo trying to be a playmaker. Like bro, he would have a wide open layup. And he would try to kick it off. He would try to dish it out. And then it would be a turnover. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Yeet that shit. Take that shit to the rack. Like, bro, be Russell Westbrook. And he wasn't doing that for us. It was just the weirdest thing. But that's the reason why. And obviously the Suns, to them it's just health. And depth. Because I don't feel like they got that depth. And I feel like that's really it's gonna show in the playoffs, bro. In the playoffs, they put the magnifying glass on your weakest, literally your weakest, whatever your weakness is, it's put on there and it shows the whole, oh my bad, getting a little crazy, getting a little passionate, boys. And it shows the whole world, right? It literally shows the whole world like, hey, this is what they're bad at. This is their weakness. So if we can't get past these guys, the next team that comes here, this is how you beat them, right? And both of these teams, I feel like Phoenix, the reason why I also give them nod is because I feel like they got more guys that could actually make shots than the Clippers. And the Clippers, like literally your automatic go-to guy is Paul George, and he's not playing right now. He's not playing right now. How many times have we seen when Kawhi has to carry it, like just him, have to ball out and do something? How good is he? He's not that good, bro. He's not. He's just not that guy to win you the game. He's that guy to get you the point, like his numbers. He can get you 30, he get you 10 and 6. You know what I'm saying? But to have him like, actually win you a game, like I still haven't seen that. Yeah, you could bring up that game winner against the 76ers, but it's like really, bro? The weakest game winner of all time? Literally, bro, you know what? Bro, I don't care what anybody says. That game winner was weak. Shit bounced off the rim, bounced off the back, and they went in. Like, bro, it's like, that's so weak. Like, no, bro, it needs to be cash. But anyways, that's just opinion. But yeah, just to me, this is just a crazy, like, this matchup could go either way. But I do give it to the Suns, just like I said, because they got the actual firepower, like the actual bucket getters. And I don't feel like the Clippers have enough of that. And like I said, their rebounding is horrible. Let's see here. Is it going to bring up the East? Doesn't look like it's bringing up the East, boys. Oh, no, I already talked about these. Sorry about that, guys. I'm over here worrying about it and shit. My bad, guys. I already went past it. But yeah, I mean that's everything that's going on in the NBA, guys. I know it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, but hey, this is playoff time in the NBA, and the NBA is one of the greatest shows ever created. Like, it really is. It really keeps you in tune. You're always watching. I mean, NBA Twitter takes over. NBA Twitter is awesome, by the way. Shout out to them, bro. I love NBA Twitter, man. It is so funny. Unless you guys talking about my boy OBJ, then it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better talk nice. Y'all better talk nice, because we're about to get number 5. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what's going on in the NBA world. That's what's gonna go on at least for this week. This next couple of days, until the weekend when the playoffs actually start. Also, we had a great weekend of fights. We had my boy Izzy Adesanya finally, bro. He finally conquered his demon, boys. He finally said no more. No, literally arrows to the body. Bah. He just said enough. Enough's enough. I'm not going through these emotions anymore. It ends today. And it did. And it was so awesome. I'm so glad because I watched I follow him on YouTube too, Freestyle Bender. Go give him a follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Puts out amazing content. Him and his team, they put out great content. And then you got a great main character, Adesanya. And I legit was just watching him train, talk about it, and it's all his podcasts, all that stuff, right? And he was just so locked in. And I mean, everybody kind of knew, like, the whole world felt it, because I mean, you've seen how happy literally the whole world was that he was able to conquer this mountain, bro. Because this mountain kept on, like, he tried climbing it 3 times and failed. 3 times. A lot of people would have gave up. A lot of people. You know, when you give it your all 3 times towards something and you fail 3 times, it's really hard to find motivation to try to accomplish that, whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? And like I said, that's any human. That's any of us. Not just Izzy. And, he definitely put in the time. And I'm not saying Alex didn't, because Alex did too. I follow both of them, man. I follow both of these guys, especially Alex now, too. Like, it was very bittersweet seeing this fight. Like, I hate seeing fights when 2 of my favorite fighters fight each other, because I really do like Alex and I really do like Izzy. I think they are the best 2 in that weight division, and I honestly don't think it's close on anybody else. People are saying Chimaev, which once he gets the title shot, I feel like he's not going to let go of that belt, just for the simple fact of how great his grappling is. And he obviously don't want to stand up. I mean, you see Gilbert rock the shit out of him. And as soon as that happened, it went straight to like a wrestling match, basically. The good thing about Burns, though, is that he was ready for all that. It was, all right, you want to take it to the ground? Let's go. Boom. Even kicked him right in the chest. Mocos, like, bro, like, Gilbert showed Chimaev, like, he showed him no respect, like, at all. Like, he's like, bro, like, I'm going to beat your ass type thing. And he almost did. That was a great fight. Honestly, wouldn't mind seeing that fight again. But yeah, definitely, you have people calling out saying that he should fight him next. You got that one guy from Africa calling him out, saying, pretty much like literally like taking like, I'm not gonna get into it, because every channel that I watched on YouTube, at least to talk about it, they say it's like a whole different like a tribal thing between, like, I'm not getting into that because first of all, I don't know what's going on. And I'm not educated on it, so I don't want to speak on it. But I just do know that the rivalry of this Dupois or something like that, who's from Africa, and he's pretty much challenging Izzy, saying like, yo, like, what's up? Like, you want to claim this, and this? Well, let's see, that type of thing. Let's see who's the real one, basically. And you have him going out, and then you had I do not know how to say his name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's that the light heavyweight champion, the one with the long hair, the one with the ponytail, the kickboxer. He actually called out Pereira, which I feel like would be a massive fight. I would love to see that fight. I really would. 2 guys that ain't scared to just throw, bro. That would be an awesome fight. I would really love to see that fight. I feel like that's a perfect matchup, bro. Literally perfect matchup. Because like I said, once Chimaev gets that belt at mid or whatever weight they're at, Adesanya, he's not gonna lose it, bro. It's gonna be really hard for him to lose it. Just because how great his grappling is, man. Alex, the only reason why he stood a chance is because of how great his striking is. But even the same thing when it comes to Chimaev, I feel like Chimaev's just gonna take him straight to the ground, and it's gonna be a wrap. He's not gonna let you up. It's just that Khabib treatment, bro. They don't want to throw hands. They just want to maul you. They want to dominate you, but they don't want to throw hands with you. We've seen them multiple times. Like they don't want to throw hands with you, but they'll definitely tap your ass out like 100% of the time. But yeah, it was just so awesome to see Izzy get that win. I mean, and the way he did it too, because honestly, me personally, I don't believe that whole rope a dope story, because it's like, bro, you literally took a knee straight to your face. Like, that's not rope a dope, dog. Like, in rope a dope, you're supposed to just be moving around, really not taking hits, like massive hits, right? Because all he was taking those hits to the body, but in the head, he wasn't really getting hit. But yeah, dude, it was just crazy because literally, I mean, everybody was thinking it once you seen Izzy get cornered up against the cage, and you started seeing Alex just hitting those clean shots on him, and bam, 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 and then next thing you know, I mean, Izzy just fires back out of nowhere, just kind of like when someone's backed in the corner, like nah, like enough's enough type thing, and wham, he hits him with that right. And I mean, he got his attention, and like honestly, like if you really notice it too, like in the first fight before the first round ended, when Izzy almost knocked him out, he legit hit him in the exact same spot with the exact same punch, and Pierre did the exact same motion, that same shit like that. Like, hold on, did he hit me? And then this time Izzy had the time though, because obviously he didn't have that extra time in the first fight because it literally was like 2 seconds before the bell rang. And so Izzy literally he should be 2-0 against this guy by TKO in the UFC. He really should be. Whether people want to admit it or not, that people could be like, oh, well, that didn't happen. It's like, yes, I get it didn't happen. But he literally got saved by the bell. And if you want to argue that, that's fine. But that's literally a simple fact. If you would have gave Izzy 10 more seconds, he would have TKO'd Pereira in that first fight as well. But I just think it was crazy how he literally hit him with the same punch. Alex did the exact same movement, but this time Izzy had the extra time to be able to finish him, and he did. But like I said, it should easily be 2-0 for Izzy in the UFC. But things didn't go the way the first time. But he conquered his demon. He finally beat him. He could finally say, yo, I beat this guy. And not only did I beat him, I knocked his ass out. Like cold. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that just felt good. That felt really, really good to see him do that. His speech post-fight was even better. Pretty much telling people to, challenge themselves and not to be scared to go after that one thing that you really want. Just awesome. Just wins all around for Adesanya this whole weekend, man. You had Jorge Masvidal fight Burns, and Jorge lost, and he actually retired from the UFC, which is the long time coming. I mean, the guy almost had like 40, almost 50 fights in the UFC, and he's made really, really, really good business moves outside while he's been with the UFC, which has allowed him to be able to retire now and focus on all that stuff, because he's got a bare knuckle fight going, he's got his own promotions going, UFC's basically helping him out with all of it. I mean, Trump really likes the guy, so if you got a guy like Trump behind your back, like, bro, this guy can invest into you. Like, Jorge's, he's gonna be set for life, bro, and he literally earned every single second of it. Every single thing that Jorge has got in his life, bro, he's earned it, man. And he earned it following his passion and what he loved to do. And I feel like that's the hardest stunt right there. Because if you ask Jorge, hey, bro, how many days have you worked in your life? I guarantee he's going to say none. He's going to say none. I've been doing what I love to do my whole life, and that's fight. And he was great at it, really good at it. So big ups to Game Bread, man. Thank you for everything, dude. Literally, I've been watching you since I was in high school. Like when I was in high school, I was watching your highlights in the backyard. When with the whole Kimbo thing. It was just it's been a long journey for Jorge, and he could finally enjoy the fruits of his labor. Honestly, all those punches to the face, those knockouts, those weight cuts. Yeah, man. Big ups to Jorge, man. Good shit, man. Congrats on retirement, and onto and onto your next journey, because you're just retired from the UFC, but you haven't retired from actually retired. So so that's awesome, man. You love to see it. Gilbert Burns, obviously, man, top 3 fighter in the world in his weight class. I really like Burns, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Burns go at it with Chimaev again, just because how close it was the first time. I wouldn't mind him seeing it go against Kobe. I mean, that's another great class too. I mean, obviously Usman's gonna have to start fighting some of these guys as well too again, even though he ran through them all. Me personally, it still rubs me sour though that they gave that last fight to Leon though. I really do not believe Leon won that fight, but it is what it is. But there's been some horrible judging going on the past 2 months, so it honestly really does surprise me. So you had them going at it. Let me see here. Let me see here. The events. What was this one? Let me get the recap. And then you had Rob Font. Oh yeah, this was another one too. Rob Font and Adrian Yanez. Bro, Rob Font straight knocked this dude out, bro. It was a gacho punch, dude. Just wham. Drop Yanez, bro. Like crazy, bro. Crazy. Definitely send a statement. Definitely send a statement with that win. Good shit on Rob Font, bro. Yeah, that was probably the people. I mean, if you want to give Izzy a knockout of the night, that's cool. But I would have gave Rob the knockout of the night, because his was just vicious, bro. Like it was vicious, like straight in, like right in the face, Morcos, bro. Like, damn, yeah, that one was bad. And those punches, when you see them, they make you flinch, even though you're watching it. You're like, whoa, shit. Like, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that. It was like the Rob Font one. It was like that, bro. I was like, God damn. I was like, got me flinching and shit, moving my phone and shit. Like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, chill out. Then you had Kevin Holland. He won. He won by TKO, I believe. Yeah, he won by TKO. I mean, he honestly was just toying with the guy. He was better than the guy he was fighting, the Santiago guy. So yeah, he gets another win. He was actually a guy that I guess got into it with Jorge before the press conferences happened. And Dana White was not happy about it. He was really pissed off about it, because and I do understand what he's saying, because now you got the whole media out there asking questions about him and Jorge instead of the people that they were actually fighting. So I get what Dana's saying. Like that is fucked up. I do get that. That does make sense, and that wasn't cool. That what was I gonna say? That happened, because it took away from the people they were fighting. And then to end the main card, the very first fight of the night, it was Raul Rosas, the Phenom Jr., the 18-year-old that has been making lots of headlines for winning in the UFC, 8-0. But he unfortunately met his first loss, professional loss, against Christian Rodriguez. And honestly, bro, I feel messed up, man. I mean, I feel like Christian Rodriguez, dog, I feel like he really was just toying with this kid. Like, just because, bro, there was times where, like, he had a rear naked. He could have choked him out, and he didn't. He let it go. And then there was times where he could have just ground pounded his ass, and he didn't. He let him go. He legit just tortured him after that first round. He legit was just tortured, just playing with him, bro. Like, just straight Killer Orca shit, like Killer Whale shit. Just playing with his food, bro. And honestly too, Raul Rosas, he started off really aggressive. I mean, like as soon as the bell rang, walks towards the middle, bam, he shoots for Rodriguez. And he basically was trying to take Rodriguez down the whole time, the whole fight. And I mean, he even got Rodriguez back one time. But he really gassed himself out. He really gassed himself out. And especially entering the third round, like he was just gassed. And like I said, I don't get why Christian didn't just finish him. I'm guessing he just wanted to teach the kid a lesson, and which he did. Um, and he pretty much derailed that hype train. Or he didn't derail the hype train, but he just kind of slowed it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's slow down. Yes, this kid is really good, but then again, he's only 18 years old, and he got thrown around by a 25-year-old. Like, it's one of those kind of things. Um, but yeah, so Raul Rosas will be back. He'll bounce back. I mean, he's only 18 years old, bro, and he's in the UFC. Like, trust me, this kid's gonna be around for a long time, and he's only gonna get a lot better. Of course, he's gonna get more losses. That's what's gonna if you start at 18 in the UFC, bro, you're gonna have lots of losses, but you're also gonna have lots of wins as well. So yeah, that was it for the main card. The prelims, you had Kevin Gastelum finally get a win, which is always awesome to see, just because Gastelum's such an awesome guy, and he gave honestly Izzy Adesanya one of these toughest fights he's ever had his whole career, bro. People forget about that one. Him and Kelvin had an amazing fight in the UFC. Then you had Pinero, Luana. She won by split decision. So those are always bad because, they're pretty much flipping a coin and being, all right, she won, and like, I didn't really watch any of the prelims. Not even gonna lie to y'all. I did watch one of the first ones just because, damn, she was bad. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I watched it. And I believe it was this one. I think it was a Cynthia Calvillo. Yeah, it was this one because she lost. I remember that. And then you had Joe Pfeiffer. He won. Oh, he won by KO too, which is crazy because I like this Gerald guy, but this Gerald guy, he really came in very, how can I say, just very like timid. Like, like, yeah, I know he's a fighter. He's a UFC fighter. I know he's not scared to fight. But I don't know, man. I didn't get that energy of a warrior that I got from freaking Joe. Joe was in there like from the get-go. You could tell this fool was trying to take his head off, and he did. But yeah, that was basically it, guys, for the UFC card. Oh no, it was Jacqueline Amorem, beautiful girl, bro. That was one fight that I tuned. It was the very first fight that I tuned in to watch, and she lost. I was like, bad guy. So I was all upset and shit. Didn't watch like the next two and shit. But yeah, it was a great card, man. The energy was amazing. Miami, man, give you guys yourself a round of applause, man. You guys brought all the energy the whole night. You could tell the fighters loved it. There was hella people in Miami this weekend. Lots of people to watch this fight. A lot of huge names, a lot of football players, ex-fighters, politicians. Trump was there. He got a huge, crowd reaction. A lot of people loved him. Yeah, definitely, man. This is a UFC card that I'll definitely remember, just because of how great it was and what was that, just what was at stake, especially for Adesanya. A lot of people are really asking for a rematch because they are 1-1 in the UFC, so that does matter. I mean, he took your belt, you took the belt back. There should be at least the rubber match, bro. You should fight one more time to end it in the UFC, but I know for a fact Izzy don't want it, bro. I know he don't, bro. You don't want to see Alex, dude. Alex is really, really, really good. Me, truly, I do believe he's better than Adesanya. If it really came down to it, like if they fought 10 times, I feel like Alex would probably win 6 or 7. Like straight up, I feel like he'd win 6 or 7 times, and which is really high. You know what I'm saying? I'm only giving Adesanya 3 wins or 4 wins. Like, I really do. I mean, at least from what I've seen, bro, dude, Pierre is on another level, bro, and especially when it comes to striking. Like, gosh, bro, like he's scary, bro. When you're talking about scary hours, like this feels scary. That's why I'd like to see him go against that guy light heavyweight, because I feel like that'd be a great matchup, at least a better matchup than Izzy. Because when you see Alex and you see Izzy, Alex looks a lot bigger than Izzy. Like, honestly, he really does. That fool just looks like a killer, bro. I mean, look at this fool. He looks like, I'm telling you, bro, this fool straight cartel, die. Don't try to slap me, die. I see the tattoos, dragons and shit. Like, I see what you're doing, die. But yeah, that's honestly what's been going on in the sports world. Obviously, we're not talking too much NFL at all because there ain't nothing to talk about. Honestly, everybody's just waiting to see who's gonna go where in the draft. The draft's 2 weeks away. Everybody's speculating that's when Aaron Rodgers will actually get traded. We'll see. But yeah, man, it's just been an awesome week of sports. And it's only gonna get better because, like I said, the playoffs are here, and the play-ins are about to be here. I can't wait to watch these games tonight and tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna try to do a podcast this Friday. Obviously to talk about the playing games. I'll try to do one tomorrow about what happened today. It'll probably be a short one. If I don't do it on here, look for me on TikTok. It's the same, ShoeBender16. I usually do a little short clips and short stories on there, like especially during games. I do like half times and after the game. I did that with the women's NCAA championship and the men's. I did a first half and then the second half analysis on what was going on. And like I said, I'm really doing this for the people that just want to learn about sports, that don't care too much about them, but that they at least want to be able to bring something to the table when people are talking about it at their work. Because, dude, everybody loves sports. A lot of people talk about sports. And honestly, if you could find I've been in sales. So that's the one thing they tell you is, like, if you could find common ground, you could pretty much sell anybody anything, man, because, they let their guard down. They trust you now more. Oh, you like the same things I like. Those kind of things, And it's really nice to find common ground. Like I said, you don't need to know everything. You could literally just take whatever I said on this podcast and just throw it in there, man. And then once it feels like, okay, maybe, Ness was a ShoeBender, wasn't talking about this, it's time for me to check out. You know what I'm saying? But at least you have something to bring to the table and talk about. Hey, did you hear about this? Hey, did you know that this happened? Those kind of things. Because at the end of the day, I want it to just be a community of positivity, man. That's all I want. I want to spread positivity as much as I can to this world, love into this world, because it's needed, man. It's needed. We got too much of that negative stuff running around. We don't need any more of that. We need more of the good stuff, the feel good stuff, the positive stuff. And that's what we're here for, boys. That's our calling, and that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm gonna do. And also too, I love sports, so it works out. Because I get to talk about them all the time, and I know that eventually one day I'm just gonna be doing this for the rest of my life, and it's gonna be awesome. And I'm just gonna be having people come in, interviewing them, all this stuff. It's gonna be awesome, guys. It's gonna be a great journey. But yeah, that's basically all that's been going on in the sports world, guys. I said I'm super excited, looking forward to these games today. I love you guys, I really do. Keep getting after it, keep waking up, and getting after it every single day. Like I said, I know it might be some days are a lot harder than others, but hey, we here. You know what I'm saying? And since we here, we got to keep on showing the blessings, man. We got to show the world what God blessed us with and spread it to everybody. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Because you just never know who needs it. And there is people in your life that need it that you don't know. And you're literally a huge help to them every single day. That's why you got to keep being yourself every single day, because there's someone out there, there's multiple people out there that really respond to that really look forward to that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I said, I love every single one of you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste. So you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life. You better do the damn